Am I the asshole? For asking my Bill what did you expect? When my daughter didn't want him at her birthday. My daughter loves her uncle a lot, but she is angry at him right now. When we were walking home together one day, we saw an emaciated dog tied to a pole in front of an empty house. The owner must have abandoned her there. My daughter had tears in her eyes. I was already thinking of calling my wife and asking if I can bring the poor dog home before my daughter begged me. Took a picture, sent it to my wife with a couple of texts, and she said yes. When my Bill first saw the dog, he said he's probably gonna die by the end of the week. Don't know why you bothered taking him home. She teared up a bit at that. It's been over a month now and he is still alive and recovering well. My daughter still didn't want him at her birthday party though. She is still upset at him for saying that we should have left her dog there and asked us not to invite him. He hasn't apologized for his remarks either, insisting that he was only being realistic. Bill was really upset, saying that I'm wrong for denying him the opportunity to celebrate with his niece. I asked what did you expect? His wife then said that I was being petty with the comment. ETA before anyone else says that I'm rashly severing familial relationship, it's not like I left no avenue for reconciliation. My daughter really loves visiting her grandparents, and my Bill lives with them. She is still seeing them once every few weeks, so no, I did not burn the bridges. I did not go nuclear. It's just the birthday party. Given the info in your comments that he has refused to apologize and says he was just being realistic, not the asshole. Your Bill sounds like one of those people who take pride in being honest, when really they're just insensitive, thoughtless, or cynical jerks. Good for you for supporting your daughter, and your response was exactly right. If he wants to cling to his right to say what he wants, he can learn to live with the natural consequences. Not the asshole. I always allowed my kids to decide who they wanted to spend time with. Bill was insensitive and it's up to him to try to repair the relationship. It's not your place to help him. You're her father, be her sounding board and support her. Info: did he apologize for being callous? Your daughter may have seen a red flag in her uncle. He sees a sick, abandoned dog and thinks it should be ignored to die alone. A depraved indifference. You and your daughter see the same dog and rush to provide it with TLC, whether it lives a day, month or year, etc. That's a huge shock to her, seeing that defect in her uncle. Not the asshole, she asked that he not be included. That is very different than you denying him the opportunity. It should be pointed out to him that this was her choice. Nothing petty about pointing out that his words ended up with this result. Not the asshole. This is the origin story for so many vets who donate their time in animal rescue. I found an abused dog, decided to save it, nobody thought I could do it, etc. I wonder if it will be that for your daughter? Basing on the answers you gave in the comments, Bill sounds like the type of person that is brutally honest or just being realistic, but doesn't like it when someone else is just realistic with him. Not the asshole. If he doesn't even apologize, your daughter has a right to hold it over his head for as long as she wishes to. Not the asshole. Thanks for not making her disregard her own feelings. When I was a kid trying to save animals, my mum would say flippantly, "Can't save them all." I said no, but we could have saved that one, and the look in her eyes was "does not compute. They just don't know how to care." Thank you for saving the dog and giving it a chance. Bill is a big elephant-sized R. Need more info. In the month that passed, did anyone try to talk it out? Not the asshole. I mean, what did he expect with a comment like that to a 14-year girl? And the refusal to apologize seals the deal. You should edit that into the main post, it's important. Not the asshole. You weren't the one who refused to have Bill over. Your daughter didn't want him there. All you did was back up her decision. Your daughter is probably sad, disillusioned by her uncle's callous attitude. And she has a right to be. Her feelings are valid. Good for you for being a good dad. I find that people who are fans of being brutally honest are not enthusiastic about the consequences such behavior brings. Not the asshole. and I'm so glad that you guys rescued that poor dog. Not the asshole. How do people get to be grown-ass adults without figuring out when they should STF you? His callousness hurt her. He should apologize. He's not entitled to be invited to her parties, or, frankly, even liked by her. Not the asshole. Since he wants to be so damn realistic, he's gotta be realistic that there's consequences to being an insensitive jerk. You could say, well, realistically she probably won't forgive you until you apologize for how cruel you were being. And as her father, who agrees it was in fact cruel, it's only realistic I stand by that and respect her wishes. Yeah, that is a really callous statement to make to a 14-year-old girl. She is definitely old enough to get to decide who comes to her birthday party and why, so not the asshole. I would encourage her to communicate exactly why she is upset and what he can do to make this up to her. Not the asshole. Not sure what else you could have answered, but then again, maybe I'm petty too. Not the asshole. Your sil doesn't know what the word petty means. Don't let people who use words that don't mean what they think they mean get under your skin and make you doubt yourself. Info: is your daughter adamantly against seeing him again period, or just not at her birthday? Not the asshole who TF tells a kid don't know why you bothered taking care of that dog. It's going to die is going in the book of assholes. Not the asshole. Your Bill is a major asshole. It's your daughter's birthday and she gets to decide who she wants there and who she doesn't. Not the asshole. It's her birthday, she chooses who celebrates with her. Not the asshole. There was no need to make a comment like that. I'm guessing he hasn't apologized. So it makes sense that she wouldn't want someone who made a comment just to upset her around her. Let him apologize first. Not the asshole, but her uncle is. I get Bill wife taking his side, not sure why she offering her tainted and wrong opinion though. I don't get how your Bill thinks he is the victim here. He is clearly wrong. You are not denying anything, his own actions are denying his invitation because his niece no longer wants him at her party. Man, this one makes me question people. If your daughter was 1 or 2 then yes, it would be you deciding. She is 14, imagine she told you no to Bill and you invited him anyway. Is this your wife's brother? What does your wife think of all this? Not the asshole, it's her birthday party and having him there when she specifically requested against it is just going to tarnish her memories of the day. I think your response was totally apt. I have no clue how he thought she'd respond to his initial comment or if he even cared how it made her feel. You're doing the right thing by sticking to your daughter's wishes. Not the asshole. Your daughter is a good kid. Thank you for saving the dog. Not the asshole. Tell him that he should apologize for hurting your daughter's feelings, and that she's mad at him and that you don't see it getting any better if he doesn't make things right. If he protests, tell him you're only being realistic. Not the asshole. It's your daughter's birthday party. If she doesn't want him there, he doesn't come. Prediction. 2053 and Bill is unwell with hospital bills mounting beyond what the family can afford. Daughter will say exactly what Bill said about the dog in reference to his own situation. She will have to make an "Am I the asshole?" post and someone will dig up this post and let her know that karma has come for her uncle. Why is it that some people have such difficulty in understanding that even if they didn't want intent to cause harm they can still do it because people think differently? People might not even accept your apology, but the important thing is to try to show you that you care about the person. Also, you don't need to be realistic with a child, especially when it's just a bad guess. Not the asshole. Bill will eventually die, so what's the point in your daughter getting attached and being loving, compassionate? Thank you for taking in the dog. You, your wife, and your daughter are good people. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. It was her party, she didn't want him there. Not the asshole. She is old enough to voice who she wants at her party,